She did, I'm not saying what she's telling me, by the way, Ms. Montez, I'm not telling you, saying that you're not guilty of this offense. So let me be clear about this. I can only accept a guilty plea if somebody's telling me facts that can lead me or any other judge to reasonably conclude that you're guilty of the offense as charged.
It's also on the back of the plea forms, Judge.
Yeah, I know.
I went over with verbally.
When they check in at the front.
But not when there's a pretrial. When there's a pretrial, they don't have to sign an advice of rights unless there's a plea. So do you have that in front of you right now, Ms. Montez?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I asked him to give it to you. And did you read that yet? Is that a yes? Is that a yes?
Yes.
You can't speak with mhms or ahs, okay?
Yes.
You're sure you read it?
Yes.
I'm gonna call the case, and then everybody, and you have to remember, you can't or nod your head. Rebecca Ann Montez, 260-246-402. Your name, ma'am?
Rebecca Montez.
Peter Bernard, P78413, MIDC counsel for this matter.
Now, you can hand up the advice of right. I don't remember what the plea was. Okay, so there's been a resolution reached, right, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Banana? And what are the terms of that?
Your Honor, Ms. Montez is going to plead guilty to parental responsibility under the delayed sentencing 771.1.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty here, possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all those. I'll take it under section 771.1. I'll set terms and conditions, and if you're compliant, I'll dismiss your case. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
And the prosecutor will actually be the one to dismiss, move to dismiss. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand if you plead guilty, you're giving up all the rights and there's not going to be a trial?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me before I ask you how you plead?
No.
To the charge violation of parental responsibility law, how do you plead? Did you allow a driver to operate a motor vehicle that was unlicensed on Atlantis 29867, Atlantis Drive in Flat Rock on May 26th of 26?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was that your child?
Yes.
And he's 15?
Yes.
Is it a he or she?
E.
Were you in the car?
No.
You let him drive the car without anybody? Who was in the car?
Your Honor, if I may, because the parents weren't home, he found the keys and took the car. And
How can she be convicted of allowing an unlicensed driver?
They can't even
Ma'am,
drive the car.
ma'am.
Sorry.
Your Honor, he did not have.
Hang on a second. Had your son ever driven that car in the past?
No.
Did you give him permission to operate the motor vehicle on that day?
No.
Did you know that he was going to drive the motor vehicle on that day?
No.
How can they prove their case if she didn't know him?
Your Honor, they have, the police officers have a video from one of the people he was playing basketball with of that vehicle in that parking lot. And there would be no other explanation to how it got there other than he drove it there.
Yeah, but what if he grabbed the keys? If what she's telling me is true. If what she's telling me is true, I mean, I suppose she could file a complaint against her son for theft of the automobile.
Your Honor, if I could tell you a little bit about it, this has never happened.
No, you don't have to tell me. I don't have a factual basis for a plea here. She just unknowingly allows somebody to operate that motor vehicle. I'm not saying what she's telling me, by the way, Ms. Montez, I'm not telling you, saying that you're not guilty of this offense. So let me be clear about this. I can only accept a guilty plea if somebody's telling me facts that can lead me or any other judge to reasonably conclude that you're guilty of the offense as charged. Now, some people want to come and tell me that they were in Tuscaloosa or wherever else at the time of the offense, and maybe they were, maybe they weren't. But if don't take me as saying I'm going to find you not guilty by virtue of this conversation. I'm only telling you and your lawyer that based upon the words that are exiting your mouth, there is not enough for me to be able to establish that you knowingly allowed your son to operate the motor vehicle. Now, I know what I would do if it was my son that if I had a 15-year-old at the time that took my car, he'd only be in the house for about 2 months. You'd only be writing about 50,000 times. I will never take a motor vehicle that belongs to my mother or father without my permission. That's what my dad used to do to me. I used to think it was ridiculous, but really it wasn't. So if this was not like that. But
Your
I'm
Honor,
just
this is
telling you,
this
you
is the
guys,
prosecutor.
what's that?
Your Honor, this is Roger Kelly on behalf of the City of Flat Rock. This is not an allowing an unlicensed driver to drive case. It's a parental responsibility case, failure to supervise.
Well, wait a second. It's still, you want to come in here? I can't
Sure.
convict somebody of any criminal offense. I'm only reading off the ticket, allowed an unlicensed juvenile to operate a motor vehicle. That doesn't, come on in here. Let me,
Sure,
let me
I'll be right there.
explain. Let me explain. Come on in.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm only explaining, even a violation of the parental responsibility law. If I go out with my wife and I have a 15-year-old, and she grabs the keys and takes the car without my permission.
Well, I didn't hear the explanation, Judge.
Well, here's what she's saying. Here's what she's saying. She didn't know that he was going to drive the car. She never allowed him to drive it before. She didn't give him permission to drive it that day. He took the keys and started to drive. Now, like I just was trying to explain to her, you know, as you know, as Mr. Granata knows, some people want to come up here and tell me they were, you know, choir boy, and they didn't do anything wrong. And then it turns out maybe they did. So I don't know if this is one of those cases or not. I'm just trying to explain to her, I cannot take a plea to a guilty, to a crime where somebody's kid takes keys, if he did that, underline it, bold it, put it in big letters, without their permission and decided to drive the car. Now, I know what would have happened, and I explained that to if I had ever done that. Okay? So, I mean, I'm just telling you, that wouldn't have been something I even thought about, let alone dreamed about. But what, 15. I mean, I'm just saying, if my wife and I have a 15-year-old, we leave the house and he takes the keys without any knowledge or permission of us, no court in the land should convict us of anything. No court in the land should convict us of anything.
Your Honor, if I could have like 5
Yeah, I know. I can tell that things are toning down here based on our conversation. I have a feeling. And, you know, that's something that you're going to get to deal with. I can tell things are toning down. Sometimes people, as you know, they're not experienced. They come in, they're going to tell the judge whatever they want. And I'm not saying you're doing this, but I have to do a job here, and I'm going to do it. So you guys go talk, figure it out. If you want to go to trial, we will. If you want to look at it again and say, maybe they shouldn't issue a cite, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you, I can't take a plea based on the words that come out of her mouth.
All right, thank you.
Okay?
Right.
Thanks.
I'll meet with Mr. Keeley. I do have one other case, if you could.
Which one's that? Kennard?
Webb, it's a sentence, Mr. The dog bite.
Yeah. Andrew Webb. Do we have those parties out there at 10, by the way?
Yes, Judge.
Would you ask them, tell them I got to do one sentencing and I will be right with them and give them my apology. Andrew Joseph Ellis Webb, 26B 824-020A. All right. Name?
Andrew Webb. Peter Granata, P7141, NYDC counsel for Mr. Webb.
So they're not going to seek restitution. I just want to make sure that we do not have a Danielle Stetzinger here. Where is the dog now? So just for the record, he pled no contest, possibility of civil litigation under section 771.1. What kind of dog is this again?
American Bulldog.
Where's the dog now?
He's still at my residence.
Nobody showed on this, right, Lisa or Heather?
Not on Zoom, Judge.
All right.
Talk to probation, they made contact with the alleged victim, and they are not interested in.
I want to make sure this doesn't happen again. I didn't like these looks of these photographs. It's a dangerous dog you got.
Very large.
Well, I mean, you got an obligation to keep the dog in the house. I mean, it's nice that people want dogs. I like dogs. That's great, but we got to control the dogs. This could have been a lot worse.
I explained that to, Mr. Webb. He understands that the law is very strict when it comes to control of that animal. Again, it's going to throw himself on the mercy of the court as far as regarding sentencing. I would like to speak to, a little bit about Mr.
You know, if this happens again, sir, they're gonna ask me to destroy that dog. You understand what I'm telling you? And I mean, did you see the pictures?
Yes.
I mean, they're not pretty. Black and white are okay to look at, not the color.
Well, at least some of those injuries may have been caused by his claws as opposed to bite.
I don't care how it happened. Go ahead, tell me what you want to say.
Judge, Mr. Webb is currently, he's in the concrete business. He does independent contracting right now. He does work mostly for a concrete company, local company. He's laid off from that right now. There's a new project coming up, but right now he's having some financial hardship. He's single. He's got 3 children that he's financially responsible for. He's a high school graduate from Taylor Truman, and we would ask the court to consider that and pass a sentence. I believe he has the ability to pay some today, but depending on the amount of fines and costs that he might be allowed to be put on a payment plan.
You have a dog, you have fenced in yard?
Yeah.
So I want you to what else do you want to say? Anything else, Mr. Bernardo? How old are your children, sir?
11, not old.
Well, I worry about them.
It's wonderful. Children. He loves her a lot.
Well, that's good, but I want to make sure that you understand one of the orders I'm going to give, but I'm going to expect full compliance with. I don't want to threaten you. I worry about these kinds of things. People get hurt. You see enough on TV, people get mauled to death. I'm not saying your dog would do that, but this was bad enough. 12 months probation. I'll take it under 771.1. You cannot leave the state. How'd the dog get out, by the way?
Down the fence, I think. I don't know.
Well, that isn't good.
The neighbor's dog, they all play together.
Look here.
Is it?
Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't care what you got to do. If you got to have the dog on a leash while in the backyard, tied to a tree. That scares the devil out of me. So it's up to you to fix that. So your dog is to remain in a fenced-in yard where he's incapable of getting out of the yard without an adult allowing him, unlocking fences, etc., opening fences, etc., or in your home, or on a leash, accompanied by you and equipped with a muzzle. So that dog gets out of there, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be nice. So 12 months probation, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. Your dogs to remain in the fenced-in yard, your home, or on a leash, accompanied by the owner and equipped with a muzzle. Equipped with a muzzle. Restitution, if any, per the everything, all indications here, is to be handled through civil litigation. I hope you're going to take me serious because I get it, but I don't get it. You got to make sure that dog stays in there. Restitution to be handled through civil litigation. Fines 100, costs 175, victims' rights $50 justice assessment. Probation fees are $240 for a total of $565. I'll give you a review hearing date. If you're compliant at the end of the year, case will be dismissed on motion to prosecute. What do you have, Lisa? Or Heather?
This will be, let me take a look here, Judge, because this looks like a Brownstown case.
Yeah.
So it'll be June 23rd, I believe, but let me double check that 27. Yeah, June 23rd.
At 8:30. Now, how much of this can you pay today?
It's 501.
65.
300.
300 now, and I'll just give you till July the 20th to pay the rest. Can you do that? And if you need more time,
I could pay the whole thing today. I actually have it in my truck.
Okay, okay. You'll pay that, you'll meet with probation. I don't usually do this. I almost ordered community service on this one. Make sure that dog stays there. Thank you. Stephen Kennard, I need everybody here to, I'm sorry, I'm gonna conduct a settlement conference. We're gonna go off Zoom, John, right now. And
In this courtroom, the judge carefully listened to every detail before reaching a decision. The court showed patience, fairness, and respect for both sides, while ensuring that accountability remained at the center of justice. The judge's words reflected the importance of responsibility, self-control, and respect for others. Rather than acting on emotion, the court relied on facts, evidence, and the rule of law. This case serves as a reminder that justice is not only about punishment, but also about protecting victims, encouraging accountability, and maintaining public trust. The courtroom once again demonstrated why fairness and law matter in society.
What started as a family dispute quickly became a high-stakes courtroom fight over a fortune worth millions. Attorneys clashed over claims of financial exploitation, secret transfers, and questions about Rex Thomas's mental capacity. One side argued immediate intervention was necessary, while the other warned against taking away a man's independence. The courtroom grew tense as the consequences became clear. This wasn't just about money. It was about personal freedom. The hearing reached a dramatic point when the court discussed the possibility of removing control of the estate from its owner. A decision like that could change a person's life forever.